Hey everybody, how's it going? Bully Scholarship, we're here and welcome back for more Spyro 3, Year of the Dragon. Alright, I got it down this time. Last time we just began the game, we did the Sunrise Spring Homeworld as well as Sheila's Alp, so that we could unlock Sheila for other levels, including this one. So today, we're just going to be doing Sunny Villa. The levels are pretty lengthy in this game with all their sub-areas and stuff, so most of the cases it's going to be a level an episode, except for maybe the flight ones, which I'll probably combine with like a boss, and then like the next world's homeworld or something like that. Just trying to plan this out so I don't have like 40-minute episodes, but yep, that's the plan right now. And let's get this treasure, and then let's talk to this Dig over here. Oh, my bad, dude.
Oh my, can you help us? Hordes of ferocious Rhinox have overrun our town and kidnapped the mayor.
Uh-oh. Yeah, this is kind of a cool looking place. It's like a Roman, I'm guessing? Either Roman or Greek. I always get those two mixed up. I'm not good with that. But I think it's like a Roman sort of village. He looks kind of like what like the Emperor would dress like or whatever. Like in Gladiator. That was a good movie. But anyway, yeah. So, now with these levels here, the main difference between these and Spyro 2 are a couple things, I guess. One,
this Rhinox is too big to charge.
Yeah, I already got him. Thank you, Zoe. Anyway, is that, one, enemies drop treasure now, rather than the spirits, so if there are any super power-up things, they are powered up from the moment you step into a level. You don't have to kill, 14 enemies, which, I mean, that's alright. It wasn't that big of a deal in the first place, but, yeah, skill points are back, like in the second game, which I got to suffer through, but nonetheless, it was worth doing, just for that epilogue that luckily that person informed me of, because I thought there wasn't like anything you got for him. I thought you just did them to show off, but I know that there's an epilogue in this game as well, in the Atlas or whatever. You can look at it once you do all the skill points, and I guess I've done that because I think the skill points count towards your percentage, because I have a file with 117 and I'm pretty darn sure that's as high as it gets, so I obviously did that. Let's see what this guy has to say.
We showed those two bullies. If they hadn't outnumbered me 2-1, I'd have finished them off ages ago.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. But yeah, so, and then finally the other thing is that levels they're not huge, but which is why I'd say they're probably a bit smaller than Spyro 2, but they have different areas where you go in to get eggs or whatever. It's like the orb challenges, it's just all eggs, and they're divided up. They have little portals that you step into and you go to another area. So it's still the same old Spyro, just a little bit different, but still pretty good. And there's usually 4 or 5 eggs per level, something like that. Vanessa Hudgens, oh my gosh. Speaking of Vanessa Hudgens, she has a delicious voice, like singing-wise. I don't know about you guys, but her voice is fantastic in my opinion. But anyway, enough High School Musical stuff. Anyway, yeah, so that's the difference between the levels here, but basically the same thing. Let's see. I guess I could show you an example over here. We're not going to do this right away, but just so I don't forget about it, because this is actually where Sheila's first appearances outside of her home world or whatever, I guess. Let's see, we're going to go up here, and there's a little bit of treasure around this corner. And if we glide right over here, you'll see a similar thing to Sheila's Alp portal. It's got the funky crap there, and yeah. But normally, if you hadn't purchased her, like, place from Moneybags and you hadn't done the level, this would say, I'm tied up right now, I can't help you, Spyro, or something like that. But of course, we planned ahead and got that taken care of already, so we can hopefully 100% this world. Let's see what Zoe has to say.
Hi, Spyro. Each time a fairy zaps you like this, that means your progress is saved. If you get into trouble, you'll return to the last place you got zapped.
Basically, if you die. Okay. Yep, we already know that from Spyro 2, but yeah. So this game's a lot closer to Spyro 2 than Spyro 1 is. But, Spyro 1, they didn't have really any canon to go off of, so they really stepped it up with Spyro 2, I must say. Spyro 1 is a great game, but it feels really quiet to me. Like, the only dialogue you get is like, thank you for releasing me, and like the 3 cutscenes and stuff. Generally, I don't know, I like how they added more people to talk to. Can be annoying when they interrupt you during your commentary, but it definitely makes the game more lively and definitely more humorous, because Insomniac is known for doing the funny crap in their games. Same with Ratchet and Clank and, you know, that stuff. But anyway, let's see. Get this treasure. But yeah, today I want to talk about majors in college. Now, I'm not going to be the typical engineer who's just going to bash every other degree. No, there are some great ones, but there are some stupid ones as well. Oh, let's see what this guy has to say.
Thanks for the help, but I think I would have worn him down in a minute.
Yeah, I don't think so. But the thing is, to me, it seems like people worry too much about picking something that they love to do rather than picking something that they know they can do and support themselves. You know, let's say you love art. Yeah, that's great. That's a great hobby. But no offense, that's a tough degree to market and get a good paying job to support yourself. And it really depends on what kind of life you want to live. Me, I have big dreams. I want to be able to have a decent house and have like a cabin with, you know, snowmobiles and stuff like that. That's my dream. I'd love to have a house up north with like a cabin and a boat and snowmobiles and four-wheeler, and, you know, that's my dream, to have a Northwoods sort of dream home area. That's what I'm shooting for. Okay, I should talk to this guy before I ramble on. But some people have different dreams, but you gotta pick a degree that will support your dreams, because if you're not making any money with it, what's the point?
Thank you for rescuing my town. As mayor, I award you with one of our famous giant chicken eggs.
Yeah, it's not a very big chicken egg, but alright. Sanders. Colonel Sanders. Devin. Alright.
I'm sorry. That was the ugliest chicken I've ever seen.
Alright, Mayor Leo. Now, the new thing with these levels is that, yeah, he sort of just ran into that portal. If you didn't see, I didn't really explain it, I apologize, but in the home world, right in that last area where I got the treasure in the back, there's a balloon, or, you know, something, a machine that each character from the world has to build. So it's basically the replacement for the talismans. You have to help someone in each of the worlds, and they'll help you create something or build something that'll get you to the next home world. So, I didn't explain that very well. But here's the first portal that we're going to go into. And this is a very new thing for Spyro, but it's really awesome.
Hi, Spyro. I found this gladiator training arena, and it makes a pretty cool skate park. Care for a test of your boarding skills?
Sure, what the heck.
I bet you can't catch all 15 of the lizards running around here. Just come back if you want some boarding tips from the master.
Alright. Yep, catch the lizards. This is always a party. The skateboard parks, there are a couple of them in the game. I think there's 2, if I remember correctly. Controls are really simple, just X to jump. I mean, it's normal stuff, it's just you can't charge, and you basically have to line this up when you land, so you don't fall. But with this challenge, it doesn't matter if you crash, but I believe there will be a second one, a second egg challenge, I guess I'll just start calling them. They're basically orb challenges, only for eggs. And I believe you have to get all of the lizards again without falling off your skateboard, which isn't that big a deal to me, but it was challenging as a kid, we'll put it that way. But anyway, yeah, people, you gotta think about what you're majoring in, and will this get me a job that supports what, or that will provide the life I want to live. That's what people really need to think about. You know, let's say I'm really interested in philosophy. I'm not, okay? Will a philosophy degree get you a job? Probably not. No offense, I'm sorry, but it's the truth. Most job providers aren't looking for philosopher. You know, that's not a common job, requirement, or, they don't need that. Or, art history, generally not, unless if you want to be a teacher, which, hey, nothing wrong with that. If you want to be a teacher, go for it. I applaud people who do teachers, because we're always going to need them, or who do teaching, who do teachers, yeah, but people who do that, I applaud them, because we're always going to need teachers, or at least hopefully, unless if computers replace them, like they seem to be doing, but hopefully we'll always need teachers, because that would put a lot more people out of jobs, and we don't really need that. But, anyway, so, that's the thing. Now, you also gotta think, do people need, just think about, do job providers, do companies need someone like this. Like, what's the big thing to do? Well, engineering is a big thing, and now, of course, that's not for everyone. That's a relatively challenging subject, and I'm going to be challenged the whole time, I'm sure. But I love it so far, and I think I will continue to enjoy it. But, you know, there's other things. Criminal justice, you know, they're always going to need police officers or, you know, security people, stuff like that. Criminal justice, doctors. Of course, the medical field is a long, long road, but it does pay off. You know, you do make quite a big chunk of change by doing that, but that, of course, isn't for everyone either. But if you really want to commit yourself to that, you're going to be just fine with finding a job. However, let's see, what else is there? You know, any kind of computer work, you know, accountants, you know, accounting is a great major. Computer science, you know, computers are a big thing in this world, and they're going to continue to be a big thing, so that's always, something with computers is always a smart decision. Now, I'm no expert on, you know, majors and stuff, but I'm just giving my 2 cents on it, what I think are some good college majors, because people pick some weird stuff, and honestly, I don't know if they really think ahead about, hey, can I make any money off of this, you know, because in my opinion, college is an investment. That's what it is. You're investing money so that you can learn to get a career and do that.
Hey, that was great! And while you were boarding, I found this in a lizard burrow.
Now, I'm not saying don't do something that you like, because I mean, you know, oh crap, you know, I'm doing this and I hate it. Well, don't do something you hate.
All right.
But
If you can catch all...
yeah, okay, we're gonna catch all the lizards without crashing. Really easy. But I mean, don't do something that you immensely dislike. That's not worth it either, because if you hate what you do for your entire life, you know, it's the rest of your life. That's kind of a bad thing. But don't worry so much about, oh, I'm interested in making videos, but I'm not going to major in video production. Why? Because I don't want to do that for the rest of my life, and that's kind of a tougher market to get into, you know, for a job. You know, that's what people also have to think about, you know, do people hire... Oh, crap. Yeah, of course I said it was easy. But, yeah, do people hire people with this sort of degree, you know? Do people hire African studies majors? Probably not. I'm sorry, but most likely not. But do people hire computer science majors or accountants or teachers? I mean, heck, if you want to be a teacher, if that's the life you want to live, go for it, because they're going to need them. People hire doctors? Of course they do. You know, stuff like that. So that's another thing you really got to think about when you're, you know, deciding what your major is going to be. Pick something that you're interested in, yes, but don't pick something that's so ridiculous that only that you care about, only you like, and that no job provider is ever going to want to hire someone with that sort of studies. So, that's another thing to think about. But, that's my 2 cents on it, you know? Take it or leave it. But, yeah. Also, for college, living on campus, especially if you're doing a challenging degree, in my opinion, at least like a technical sort of degree, you know, anything with math, I highly recommend living on campus. It is so much better. One, you have your friends there that, you know, you can walk down the hall or walk to the building or whatever and work on homework with them. Because honestly, when you're at home doing your homework and you don't get signed, that sucks. That's like high school. And, you know, that's no fun to repeat. If you struggled with, you know, figuring out your math homework or whatever, you know, I struggle with stuff, and it's so much easier when you not necessarily live with people with your major, but at least have access to them and you don't have to drive back and forth. And if you're up late working on a project, you don't have to worry about driving home. Now, I mean, if you live, you know, 5 minutes from the college, yeah, then you might as well, because you can stay as late as you want. But generally, if you live, you know, a lengthy drive away, it's so worth it to live at college.
Whoa, that was sweet! And look, there was another egg in the lizard burrow.
Yeah! Alright, and I think that's all of the eggs we can get in this area, and then we'll just have to do the Sheila's Elp one, and then we should be good. Alright, Daisy. Speaking of Daisy, anyone here see The Great Gatsby? Because I thought that movie was fantastic. I know a lot of people didn't care for it for some reason. I mean, for some reason that's sort of a bad way to put it, but some people didn't care for it. I thought it was a good movie. I thought they did a great job. I thought Daisy was really attractive, in my opinion. they cast her perfectly. I can't remember what her Carrie something, but I thought she was perfect for the role. You know, the art, or you know, the movie style was really cool. The visuals were really crazy looking. It was cool how they filmed it. It felt really different, and I liked it. I enjoyed it. The music, you know, a lot of people were like, why are they playing rap? Well, to make it seem like a big party, I thought that was kind of appropriate, actually, because that is what party music is nowadays, and if they were playing, you know, 40s music, I don't know if it would seem as big as the 20s were back then to all the other people. You know, it was more just a reason to connect with people nowadays. Oh yeah, now we can do tricks and stuff and get points. There is a skill point, I believe, for being the course record, but I don't care about that now. That'll be the skill points video. There's a couple here. I'm just making sure I got all the treasure in. I think I did. Let me just run down here. See if this looks good. Yeah, that's good. Let me just check up in that far area one more time, and then we'll head out of here and go over to Sheila's area. But yeah, I thought that was a great movie. I know a lot of people were like, yeah, it's weird, and I don't know. I thought it was good. I saw I'm not sure if it was the original, but the older version, the one where everyone's really sweaty all the time, and that was alright. But I thought this was really good. I thought they did a great job with the characters. Leonardo DiCaprio did a great job. I enjoyed it. Oh crap. No. There we go. Okay. And now with that... No, don't care. Ah! Yeah, that's right. If you run out of time, it takes you back somewhere. I think the course record for this one's 3,000, but I don't know. We won't worry about that for quite a while. Anyway, we'll jump in here, and let's head over to Sheila's area. Now, there's also a skill point here, if I remember correctly. There's a skill point here for flaming all of those, like, tree plants, which, once again, I'm not going to do right now, because I want to get the least as many skill points as possible so I can show them off initially in the next video. Yeah, I think it's these. You just, like, flame them all, or something like that. But some of these skill points are so random, it's like, how would you know that? I know there's one in Charmed Ridge, which we won't get there for a while, but that was... It was like glide to this random tower that's really hard to glide, all that other stuff. But actually, before we go to Sheila's place, we're gonna go over here because oh shoot, hang on, let me get back up there because there is a little bit more treasure and actually another egg that we can get. And this one I tend to forget about this one when I play through this game because this game, since you can't have Sparks Point until later, I always miss like a little bit of treasure. And this is one. You gotta glide over here to these pillars. First of all, there's a couple treasure up here, and there's the egg back here. So, I'm going to go back here, and there's a tree plant, so you won't be able to get that skill point either. Let's get... Come on, there we go. So yeah, this game is pretty well hidden. Miles. Like 8 Mile. Haha. That's an interesting movie. It's, you know, if you don't know what 8 Mile is, it's basically a movie about Eminem's life back when he lived in the ghettos of Detroit, or 8 Mile, which is, I don't know if it's just a little section there, and then he lived in like this nasty trailer park and stuff, but anyway, it's a pretty good movie. There's a lot of language and a lot of inappropriate content, so it's not for kids, but it's an interesting way that they tell his story and show what a rough area he did grow up in and stuff, so it was a pretty good movie. But anyway, let's go in here and see what Sheila's up to.
Hey, Spyro, there are rhinocs everywhere. Maybe I can find some peace and quiet at the top of the tower.
Maybe you can, Sheila, maybe you can.
Alas, I have lost my love, guarded by evil rhinocs at the top of yonder tower. Can you rescue her for me?
Sure. Alright, Marco. Anyway, this is also where I forget a lot of treasure. I swear, the Sheila levels, they love to hide treasure from you, just to be mean, I guess. But, there's a lot of jumping, so jump everywhere, find the hidden spots, because, yeah, there's places like these all over. There's also an egg in the water level here, where we didn't talk to her, but there's a seal in the homeworld here in Sunrise Springs. She sounds like Sandy from SpongeBob, actually. I think I looked it up, and she's not the same voice actor, but she sounds a lot like her. And that level, I was practicing, and I could not find a piece of treasure to save my life. but there's an egg there that a lot of people miss, and I've missed it many times when I play through this game. Now I'll never forget it, but the first few times I played this game, I had missed it so many times. It's just this random cave in the middle of this path. It's way up high, and there's an egg just chilling up there, and you would never think to look there. So they were pretty evil with their, well, where'd this guy come from? They're pretty evil with their hiding places and stuff like that, but that's alright. We can do it. Yes, we can. Oh boy. Oh gosh, that guy is hard. He's just chilling there. Alright, let's try this again. Oh, there we go. Wow, you can kick from quite a ways away and it'll still kill them. Interesting. Let's see. Okay, I guess we have to go up to that other area. Oh boy. That could have been bad. Alright. Oh, jeez. Alright, there we go. But since I was talking about The Great Gatsby, I think I'd like to talk about the kind of movies I like. For me, movies, I generally like a historical drama kind of movies, or, you know, or fantasy movies, like, you know, I love Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings. You know, both of those are probably my two favorite movie series. Oh, yep, there's that thing we missed. Let's go over here. I knew it. Because there's a little area in the back. See what I mean? You gotta jump everywhere. But I really like fantasy movies. That the high fantasy setting, like Lord of the Rings, or, you know, especially Lord of the Rings, that really does it perfectly. That is perfect setting for me. Everything, if it's a fantasy setting, bleh, with, you know, elves and goblins and orcs and who knows what, and the dwarves and wizards, stuff like that. That stuff just drags me in instantly. That's what I love to watch. I don't know why, I'm just a nerd, so that's the kind of stuff that really interests me. I like it when they do movies like that. Now, for superhero movies, I have a roommate who loves superhero movies. For me, I don't really like them that much. There's a few that I've enjoyed, and generally it's the DC ones. I think DC has just done a better job with making their movies more epic and darker, and surprisingly, I don't like superhero movies that are super science fiction-y. Now, of course, Man of Steel is an exception. That's pretty science fiction-y, you know, with, I mean, I guess they're sort of aliens. I mean, they're not humans, so yeah, I'd call them aliens. But that movie was great. And why? Well, first of all, Hans Zimmer did the soundtrack. Hans Zimmer is one of my favorite music, you know, composers. That's what I'm looking for. So whenever he does the movie, I usually enjoy the movie, because you can just listen to the music. But, you know, Man of Steel, I thought that was a great movie. And then, of course, the Dark Knight series. That's probably my favorite superhero series. And I like how they make it more of a realistic thing. And, I mean, Batman is more of a realistic superhero, you know, from the start. Because, I mean, he doesn't really have any powers. He just has a lot of money, and he has some awesome costumes. And yes, we got all the treasure! Fantastic.
What? Marco sent you here? I've got a restraining order against him.
Gosh. Lucy, like Lucy from Chronicles of Narnia. Ooh, that's another good fantasy setting. It's not as epic as Lord of the Rings, of course, but Narnia is still pretty cool. Let's see. Hopefully I don't die here. Yay! Alright, so now, I mean, I guess we could pause and hit exit area, but that wouldn't be any fun. Might as well just go out the normal way. But, yeah, so for superhero movies, I don't know, Marvel just doesn't do it for me. Now, of course, I haven't seen all of their movies, so I can't judge them, but the ones I've seen, they didn't blow me away like the Batman ones. The music isn't nearly as epic, the stuff like that. I don't know, they just don't impress me. Like the Avengers, everyone was talking about the Avengers, I was like, yeah, that was alright, but it didn't blow me away like the Dark Knight Rises did. Oh, this is great.
Ooh, look out, Hunter. It's the scary sorceress.
I've warned you already. This place isn't safe for small dragons and pussycats.
His eyes look
Thanks,
so weird there.
But I think we can look after ourselves.
Try looking after this.
guess we could call her the Sorcerer's Apprentice. I actually thought that movie was pretty
Come
good.
back when you finish witch school, okay?
Say, is it just me? Or is she kind of cute when she's angry?
Not really. But that's Hunter for you. But yeah, I remember that. I thought that was a pretty funny movie. And it's got the guy... I know, I always say it's the guy from She's Out of My League. I don't know his name. I'll put his name up here in, like, whatever, in just a little subtitle. But I like that guy whenever he's an actor. He's in Tropic Thunder. He's the one who gets, like, stabbed. His guts, like, are hanging out. And then he's in She's Out of My League. I don't remember. So for the next area, I'm trying to think besides... I'm trying to decide between Cloud Spires or this place.
At last, my portal is working again. Come visit me at the Tiki Lodge.
Ooh, the Tiki Lodge. I don't know. That's pretty nice sounding. And let's check out the other area. We'll talk to the person that sounds like Sandy before we end this episode.
Yay! My portal is working! I'll see you at the beach!
Doesn't that sound like Sandy? I mean, come on. That's gotta be Sandy Cheeks. Seashell Shore. Ugh. Oh yeah, and here's where the people will chill. It looks like he's just hanging himself, but Sheila's hanging out, and...
I don't know how this balloon works, but I think we can get it working for you if you bring back someone from each of the other worlds.
Yep. Basically, they'll all pull down on these strings, bring the balloon down for you so you can hop in and get to the next world. So we just gotta do Seashell Shore, and Molten Crater, and Cloud Spires, I guess. Even though that would be 5, and I think there was only 4 strings. I don't know. Anyway, guys, I'll let you know in the next episode. It's either gonna be Cloud Spires or Molten Crater. It'll probably be Cloud Spires, because I know we can complete this one. So we'll have our even gem count after next episode, so that's what we'll probably do. But anyway, guys, thank you all for watching. This has been Boy Scholarship Weed. Until next time, guys, keep gaming, and peace out. We'll see you later.